Good morning. Once again, we hear the same old tired accusations. Israel's committing genocide against the Palestinians. Israel's an apartheid state. This time, from Amnesty International, an organization with a long history of anti-Israel, anti-Jewish feelings. So let's take a look at their accusations. First of all, let's take a look at the idea that Israel is committing genocide against the Palestinians. If this is true, then Israel is the most incompetent genocidal nation in human history, because the Palestinian population keeps growing and expanding and has done so consistently since the establishment of the State of Israel. If Israel was committing a genocide, the population would be shrinking. Instead, it is continuing to grow. Now let's look at the comment that Israel is an apartheid state. I want to make one thing clear. I have a lot of issues with the way Israel treats Arabs, Israeli Arabs, and the way Israel treats Palestinians. I think there are better ways to handle the situation than what Israel has done. But apartheid? If it were an apartheid state, there'd be no Arabs in the Knesset. There are Arabs in the Knesset, who, by the way, have many more problems with Israel than I do and deny it's an apartheid state. If there was an apartheid state, there wouldn't be Arab doctors and nurses and engineers and lawyers and judges throughout the state of Israel, and there are. So to call Israel an apartheid state and to accuse it of genocide is not just a misrepresentation of the facts, it is an outright lie. And why would they lie like that? Well, when you hold Israel to one standard that you don't hold other countries to, there can only be one answer: anti-Semitism. I normally end this with "have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow." I'm not going to end it that way. Have an angry day. Be angry about the demonization of Israel. Be angry about the rising anti-Semitism in the United States and around the world. Be angry at the false information that is being spread about Jews and Jewish history and Judaism and Israel throughout this country. And let that anger motivate you to raise your voice loudly and to say, I will not put up with it. Not to me, not to comments on my YouTube channel, but to newspapers and politicians and people who make a difference. Say, I stand against anti-Semitism, I stand against the demonization of Israel, and I stand with the Jewish people. Have an angry day, and I'll see you tomorrow.